to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in.
Hey y'all, so welcome back to the garage. It's been a while. I haven't made a video since the Vikla build of part 2 or 3 or whatever. We never got everything put back together and got everything as good to where I'm going to take it for now. But with that, there's been a little bit of updates. I've been really busy with work, stuff like that, so I haven't been able to get to it like in the garage and stuff, you know what I mean? So I have some updates in the Ironhead, but essentially I didn't, or I did, but I did. I took the engine to get rebuilt, so I dropped it off at a shop this weekend, and I'm gonna just have a professional do it. It's gonna cost me a couple grand, which hurts, but at least when I get it back, I'll have a working, running product, right? I know my limit, and that's where it is, and I tried everything I could. So what I did try is I tried a leak down. So I did a compression test. I got 100 back on the results, which is supposed to be at 120, so I was a little bit short. And then I bought a leak down kit from Harbor Freight, and that gave me an indication of what was wrong with it. So the front cylinder had, front cylinder was at top dead center, right? And air was coming out of the inspection plug, so the rings were obviously bad. And then on the rear cylinder, not only was air coming out of the inspection hole, but it was also coming out of the exhaust valve. So it was a valve issue there, it was stuck open a little bit. So I disassembled the top end, found significant rubbing on the pistons and on the rear cylinder. And both those leaks add up to what, you know, the issue I had before, which was the fact that I couldn't go over 55, 60 miles an hour. I was losing compression. I put it fourth gear and nothing would happen. So, yeah, found out the problem. And once I pulled the top end apart, I knew is beyond my knowledge, or I don't have machining equipment on any of that. I have what you've seen in the garage, so I knew I was where I was gonna be at with that. So I took it to a shop, North Austin here, Relic Iron Cycles, I think, or something like that. Let me check on. It's in North Austin. Really cool dude. Has a lot of awesome bikes in there. He was working on 3 Ironhead engines. He has a panhead in there, and he had a flathead and a shovel head. So he does all things old motorcycles. It's a cool shop. Super jealous of his setup. But yeah, so I hope to get it back, and when I do, I'll make a video on it, show you what it looks like, everything, going to pricing, all that, how much it costs. It's more than you'd think, or at least more than I thought, right? But yeah, so it's going to be a few months probably before I get that engine back. He's one guy working on all that stuff. So with that being said, I'll show you what we are going to dive into. Alright, so I got the motor out, like I said, the shop being worked on. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up some of this wiring in here, make it look a little nicer. As you can see underneath the seat, it's kind of like a rat's nest of wires. But the big thing is I ordered some new bungs, so I'm going to cut these off here. I'm going to raise this fender up. I used the chain last time on a single. I'm going to use double. Raise it up just a little bit, but still have it line up with the tabs on the sissy bar, because I already had those chromed. And then get the fender seated a little bit nicer. And then I'm going to make a better mount for the seat up here. I'm going to have to drill in the frame a little bit. But yeah, so I'm going to cut those bungs off, get them reattached and everything, just minor adjustments, nothing too major. One thing you can't see in there is that the bungs are slightly off, because when I did it, I didn't know what I was doing, which is, you know, first time learning. So I'm going to get that all set up and do it properly this time by having the bungs attached to where they're going to be placed and seated. You know, with the seat on, with all that kind of stuff, right? And like get everything all set up, the screws put in, all the bungs, and then place the fender, and then get the tacks in there. That way the fender's nice and straight, and there's no stress, because it was a little bit twisted in some aspects, just because of the way I did it last time. I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna dive into on today's video. I'm just gonna cut these bungs off real quick, grind up the area to make it ready for welding, just to kind of like get it all smooth and everything for the new bungs. And then in addition to that, as you can see here in the paint, the chain has was like slapping against it here. So I'm gonna take a little bit more off on this side, narrow this down a little bit. and I might even shorten it just a little bit, make it easier to kind of get the battery out and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna put you on the tripod, show you me cutting off everything, and this will happen over multiple days. I'm still waiting on parts to get here, but yeah. So by the end of this video, I'll have a Fender mounted and all good to go. So let me get y'all set up and get y'all watching. Alright, so I got the Fender all prepped, ready for the bungs to arrive. Ground down the mounts here, ground down the mounts on the sides like this, so they're all nice and smooth, ready for when the new ones get here. I have a hole right here because I messed up last time, so hopefully the bungs will mount in a similar place, and I'll be able just to weld right over those, cover those up, and then we'll go from there. But as you can see from the side profile, I cut off all that excess that was coming down, and then I put it to a nice point right here, so it follows the line of the bike, follows the line of the Fender, and it goes right down, and yeah, it just makes like a nice little like point on the side, so it'll come down, sit like this, and it also makes it easier for my battery to get in and out, right? Before, when it was all the way down, sitting like this, it was all the way down here, coming down that thin strip that I had. Trying to protect the battery box and the battery and all that stuff from getting grime, dirt, and all that kind of stuff on it. But it did make it so I couldn't get my battery out without dropping the Fender down. So now hopefully I'll be able to get it out. And with the shortened side profile here and the new like slash that I cut into it, hopefully the chain won't interfere, which it was doing last time. So yeah, so I'll wait for the new bungs to get here, and then I'll show you getting that all mounted up and everything like that. So yeah, see you in a couple days when they get here. Alright, so the bungs came in for the Fender, so we're gonna get this mounted up. And what I didn't do the first time is put the screws in the bungs through the mounting brackets to like line up everything, that way everything was even. So I'm going to do that this time, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so I got the chain on here, so I'm used for spacing. Now I'm going to take the screws that go into here, that mounts the Fender. I'm going to put them in and attach them to the bungs. Alright, so I have the bungs screwed in here, here, and here. I'm going to start with these two down here, just tack weld them into place, and then I have to like space these out a little bit because they're not quite long enough, so I'm gonna have to buy some more spacers, which is not a big deal.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake
so I finished it up. Got my little helper here. Pregnant lady on the yoga ball. Alright, so yeah. So got it here. It looks pretty even in the back. I had to put a little like washer on each side here just because it's just a little short. It cleans up really nice right here, and then it has that cut down just to the point right there. So look at that from the side. It's trimmed down. I'll be able to get the battery out without having to take the fender off. So that'll be nice and convenient. But yep, there it is, all welded up. So I'm just gonna paint it black, but I'll do that later. It'll be the same thing I did last time when I painted it, so you can check that video out. I just had to grind off all the paint and stuff. So yeah, with that being said, if you like what you see here, you want to see more, check out the channel. Like I said, I have the engine at the shop to get redone, so I'm just going to clean up the wiring. I'm about to fabricate some other mounts, stuff like that. So I'll see you when I do that.